All right. Hey, all right. I have it together. I'm like cracking up right now. So I'm live all the way. It's all the way live. All right. Happy Testimony Tuesday. We are here live on my YouTube channel. I'm really excited about this because I was like, wait a minute, I have to have a friendly conversation about couples retreat. And the reason being because I love watching this show. I love the couples retreat. It's really a really good show, right? And one of the things I love about it is just it's so diverse. You have so many different couples. When I say diversity, I mean you have some couples who are okay with an open relationship. You have some couples who've had an open relationship and now just want to be with each other. You have some couple who've been together for years. There's just I love the diversity of the actual couples that are here, right? So, if you're not watching it, you need to watch it. Remember to hit like and hit subscribe. Come on. I'm going to be having friendly conversations with you all for quite some time. So, we're going to get into it. I'm going to be true to it. You know, I do like put a ring on it on Fans Panel Lounge, and I love put a ring on it. But couples retreat, hey, it is crazy. So you have these couples on there, Audra and Style P, Nick Young and Kiana, Jess Hilarious and her regular smegular Daniel. I didn't call him that, Jess did. Ronnie and Shamari. Then you have Michael Blackson and Rada. You have Claudia and KJ. I mean, and they all have their own different challenges, right? Within their within their relationship. But one thing that keeps popping up for Jess Hilarious is this. Her man Daniel finds it honestly just finds it to say every time I turn around, and maybe I need to stop turning around. Okay. He is always saying how he didn't love her or how they don't love each other. And I think that's like pointless. Why do you always have to say that? They did the love language, right? The love language quiz. Everybody knows what the love language quiz is, I'm sure by now. So you take this quiz to see what your love language is, right? So here it is. You have the quiz, you're taking it. Mine is my top love language is quality time. After that, it's words of affirmation, then physical touch, then acts of service, then receiving gifts. Quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts. In that order. That's my love language. So they last week they talked about each other's love language. And he was like, "Oh, none of this really apply to us because well, I don't love her. We don't love each other." It's like, dude, did somebody? Nobody said that. Excuse me. He said all of this. It might apply to somebody else, but it don't apply to us because we don't love each other. And it's like, what? And Jess is like, don't do that. But I'm like, why should she have to tell you what to do and what not to do? Hmm. Yes, she shouldn't. She shouldn't have to tell you what to do and what not to do because you just should know and you just shouldn't do it. Does that make sense to anybody? Because it makes sense to me. Um, she is like Daniel. If you know you two don't love each other, do you have to keep screaming it like that? Because you have some type of likeness for one another. So just focus on the likeness for one another. Don't keep saying, I don't love her, she don't love me. That's really irrelevant at this point because you're just getting to know each other, love, learning each other's love language. So you're learning the language that speaks to the two of you. And in that course, you'll learn to love each other, or the love will come, you know. Then they set up this whole speed dating where they have games set up: Jenga, Connect 4, Putt Putt. What's the one? What am I missing? Oh, and they were shooting pool. And I was looking at it as Jenga, building a foundation. If something tears down, you still need to build it back up. Don't give up. That's how I looked at Jenga, but maybe I was taking these games way too far. Putt putt, I was like, okay, you got to stay focused and make sure that you put the ball in the correct, hole at that specific time. But if you take your eye off the prize, then you may not get it. And in a relationship, you can equate it to that. I don't, y'all look. Let me be honest. Like, I legit am two shakes away from becoming a full-time counselor. So you're gonna get a little bit more. I'm trying not to get too deep, but you're gonna get a little bit more deep in these games. And y'all like, nah, putt putt, just putt putt. We just gonna have fun. I get it. Work with me. All right. So then they're shooting pool. And I was like, okay, they're shooting pool. Still a game of focus, a game of understanding. These are the things that you have to do. So I'm like, what else is there to do? Okay, hopefully, let's see here. Hang on just a moment, everybody. Give me just a minute. You got it. Okay. I think I said, hold on, hang tight, people. I think I kept sending it to myself and not you. Yep, I sure did because I heard it ding on my end. All right. Sorry, those who are watching this, coming back and watching this, my bad. I should have hit mute, but it's real time. We making this happen. Okay, so then Connect 4. I was like, ooh, Connect 4, make a connection. Let's talk through this. Can we connect? So I took these games probably to a whole nother level than what AJ wanted them to take these games in thought, because nobody was seeing it the way I saw it. But literally listening to their conversations as they switch between everybody. Rada, before the switch, Rada said, oh, it's like the zookeeper you are. So I'm like, well, Rada, okay. You want everybody to think you're okay with Michael and your situation. But in actuality, let's be honest, Rada ain't okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm thirsty. But Rada is not okay. She's not okay. And wait a minute, let me just pause. I'm gonna get back to couples retreat. But water, have y'all seen the price of bottled water? I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna buy bottled water no more. I don't. I I don't know. I think that if my grandmother was alive and she knew we were purchasing water, she'd be angry. My grandmama Annie Lou would be like, why y'all buying water? But okay, I digress. Back to couples retreat. All right, so then Jess says, that Daniel's trying to come off cold because KJ was like, are you okay? Like, I don't like what he's saying. Even the men are uncomfortable with how Daniel is treating Jess. Well, hello, Jess. I need you to leave him alone. Yeah, I think I just said that. I do. And I hope that they are not together. I hope that they are not together. Because when she was like, I'm 29 years old and I don't deserve this, like literally, listen, you're 29 But sometimes when you date older, older feels like I can say whatever I want to say, or I can do whatever I want to do. And that's just not a good look. So sometimes you need to leave them old men alone. And I'm saying he's an old man because I think you said he was, is it 13 years older than you? Because if so, he's 42 and you're 29, and you probably want to leave him where he is. Because not especially if he's speaking in that manner. I digress. So then Ronnie and Rada, they get to their part where they're together, right? And he talks about Rada being married before for 16 years. And he asked her pretty much it was at a traditional marriage. So if you all don't know and you're just jumping into couples retreat, Rada and Michael Blackston, like they have this agreement where it's okay for Michael to have a side chick once a month. And I'm like, why? For what? For why? Because that's dating. So why would you marry him? If you want him to continue to date, what's the point of you marrying? If somebody can explain to me the point in them getting married, drop it in the comments because I don't get it. Why? Does anybody understand? Because I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm not gonna marry you. I just don't get it. I've tried to understand it. I don't understand it. What's the point? What's the point of them getting married? For what? For why? Hmm? Because he's dating. That's what that's called. So whatever. Miss me with it. So then I I think she really wants him to change, and she thinks he can change, and she thinks he's gonna change, and she thinks she'll see a change. And I'm here to tell you, I hate it. I hate when we as women think we can change a dude. We cannot. He will not change. The only person you can change is yourself, sis. So, Rada, you can't change him. Why did you make the agreement when you love traditional marriage? When Ronnie was talking to you, and it made me realize that you want a traditional relationship. Now, you were down for the cause at first. You loved the cause at first, right, Rada? You were okay with how it went at first. You were all right with it. But now you're not okay with it. Now you're not all right with it. And I don't even think you were all right with it at first. I just think you wanted to be with him. So you did whatever he wants to do. And he's going to forever change the contract because it's going to go from one side chick a month. And then he's going to tell you, well, what if we do one every other week in the month? Man, miss me with it. Then Michael, he even went on to say she liked to watch me with other women. Hmm. Rada, is that true? Because if so, if that's what you want, then like, come on. Come on. Rada, like, what are you doing? You're ruining you. You know what I mean? You're just ruining yourself. So, I'm like, it's crazy for me. So then here we go. he's saying my oh, and another thing about it. Okay, so as I said, people on IG were talking about couples retreat. So Michael Blackston, if you say that Rada, he was saying that Rada likes to watch him with other people. And I'm like, well, if that's true, then why are you by yourself with the chick once a month? That doesn't make sense. So then how is it true? How is it true if you say she like watching you with the little side chick, but then you are the only one with the side chick, not her? Okay, miss me with it. I think their contract changes when he wants it to change. Then Claudia and KJ, you all are like, that's your homeboy, that's your homegirl. And somewhere you all used to be in love. You used to love each other. And that's Claudia and KJ. Like, but now you don't. Like, I'm like, what happened? You were in love with each other. You loved each other. It was amazing. And then now y'all ain't feeling each other. So what's the deal? As I said, if you're jumping onto my live, go to my YouTube channel. And that's where I'm at on my YouTube channel. Check me. So I got IG right here, you guys. So you can catch me on my YouTube channel, and it's just my name. I'm gonna put it in the comments. So head over to my YouTube channel. I am talking about couples retreat. Friendly conversation about couples retreat. That's it. So I am just blown by a lot, a lot, a lot. So just join me on my YouTube channel. So, and I'm just looking for everybody who loves couples retreat like I love couples retreat. So then we had Shamari had a bird poop on her, just on her forehead. I was like, did that bird just poop on her forehead? And then it was like, but it hit her arm, and I was like, get it out, get it out. And here's the thing: the bird said, and I was like this, y'all. I'm gonna turn red. I'm a red bone, but I'm gonna turn red because I'm doing this. I was like, like it was on my head. Like, get that poop on my head. Like, but it wasn't even on my head. But Shamari, I felt your pain. I felt Shamari's pain with the poop on her head. Then it was down her, and she was screaming, "Hair and makeup, hair and makeup!" Baby girl, I would have needed a shower. You talking about hair and makeup? No, I'm talking about I'm cut the camera. I gotta go take a shower. Or you know, matter of fact, just cut the camera off me so I can go clean myself because I ain't got no time. But that was hilarious. So Jess, of course, Jess hilarious was like that bird should have pooped on Daniel. And you know what? She's probably right. The bird should have. But if it's supposed to, people always say bird, if a bird poops on you, then it's good luck. So that's why I didn't poop on Dane. But I like it when they asked who sacrifices more. And then I got to hear like none of the guys were the ones that sacrificed more. Of course, we know Rada is sacrificing her worth. Let's be honest. Rada is settling. She's sacrificing her worth. Uh, who else? Jess hilarious. She said she sacrifices more. One thing I didn't like about Daniel, he doesn't support her with her career. So that leads me to believe. You know what that leads me to believe? That leads me to believe that he might be jealous. I don't know what everybody else thinks. Is Daniel jealous of Jess Hilarious? when it comes to couples retreat on VH1? That's what we're talking about. Is he? Because I think he might be. I think he's jealous. I think he's jealous. Honestly, I think he is jealous. Do I think that's a good thing? No, I don't think it's a good thing. But I do think he's jealous. Sad, but he is. And what do you do when your mate is jealous of your career or envious maybe? That's why sometimes when people say your careers or you have to balance each other in some kind of way, and it takes a real like it takes just a real strong man to be with a strong woman and a woman who is successful, and it just takes real people, like a real man. But it is what it is. And then one thing that was crazy to me is when they did this trust. Like when they were like, we're gonna do this trust activity. Yeah, I thought they was gonna do the trust fall. You and then you fall back, catch your couple. I thought they were gonna be like, here, catch your mate, boom, right? Did anybody else think that? But that didn't happen. I thought that they were gonna say, catch your mate. I didn't know that it was gonna be what it was. I was like, I was so okay. She said, AJ was like, give your mate your phone. So you had to give your man the phone. I wouldn't care. I just had my phone because it ain't nothing in my phone. Like I could just tell you, this is what you're gonna see. Nothing's gonna hurt me, nothing's gonna harm me, nothing's going to embarrass me. Um, Nothing's in my phone that's gonna make me be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you saw it. Like, no, because whatever I've said to you, you can see it. But as everybody could see, who gave up their phone? Who was willing to give the phone up? Shamari. Shamari gave up the phone. Ronnie gave up his phone to his mate. Style P, Ajua, and wait a minute, where that wasn't that it? Oh, Nick and Kiana, they did. And Nick was like, well, I'm not even doing that stuff anymore that I was doing. Nick was like, I'm not even hiding anymore. So the thing is, he's no longer doing this stuff anymore. So yeah, he can hand Kiana his phone. He didn't care that Kiana got the phone. He was like, whatever, here you go. Get my phone. Right? It was no big deal. Nick handed his phone over to his woman. Shamari and Ronnie, they didn't care. Styles P and Audra, they didn't care, but everybody else was scared to get that phone. I ain't give you my phone. They were nervous. Like, I don't know. I don't gonna give you my phone, and that's my privacy. And I was really surprised that Michael Blackson wouldn't give his phone to Rada, because I'm like, she lets you get one side chick a month. Like, she knows you have women you talk to, so it wouldn't even matter. But that's when I said to myself, that's because he's not adhering to what he's told you. You think it's one woman a month, but he didn't tell you that his multiplication ain't 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 20 is 20. So he really got 20 women a month. He should have told you that, because this is what I think. Now, this man, he may not, but this is what I think. And I think it's ridiculous. Do not do something that you don't want to do. And don't give somebody dating rights. Go date if that's what you want to do. Why are you even with me? Go date. Why did you? It just makes no sense. So then Jess was like, he didn't want to switch phones. But then when Jess started talking about her and Country Wayne, so let's get back to Country Wayne. Country Wayne and Jess were together, and Jess didn't know Country Wayne had a whole wife. Yeah, y'all heard me. He had a whole wife. Not oh, we're divorcing and we're separated and we haven't been together in years. Mm-mm. He had a whole wife. And she still said, even though he humiliated her, he was the best. He's the man that has treated her the best. What y'all think about that? I thought that was crazy. So what does that say, Jess? Jess Hilarious, that says that Miss Jessica, you shouldn't be with him. Daniel is not for you. That's what that says. Daniel ain't for her. He's for somebody. Daniel, here's the thing, Michael Blackston's for these streets. Daniel, I don't even know if he's for these streets, y'all. He's for something. I don't know if it's for these streets. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know, Daniel. You just, oh, I can't. So, Jess was saying Country Rain treats her the best. Then they cut to the scene. This is what I love about editing. Sometimes editing ain't the best. This is what I love about editing. So they cut to the scene where Jess is saying Country Rain, between Daniel and Country Rain has treated me the best. It was Country Wayne. He treated me the best. Then they cut over to Daniel, and Daniel says that he treats her great. Well, Daniel, just the same way you say we don't love each other, she said you don't treat her great. If you just popping on, head over to my YouTube channel. I'm talking about Couples Retreat, Ep.4. So look, I'm like, and like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Let's get it popping. So Styles P tells Daniel, you should have said to her, I have strong feelings for her. Well, you should have said to everybody, I have strong feelings for Jess Hilarious. Not, I don't love her. We don't love each other. Like, not that. You were brutally honest. And they kept saying, don't be too honest. But this is the thing, y'all. Yes, we all should be honest. Honesty is key. It is the way you deliver your honesty that makes the difference. You must be honest. Because what you wanted them to do, lie? No. The man should have been honest, but what he should have done was deliver his honesty in a different manner. And just like Styles P said, he shouldn't have been like, I don't love her. We ain't love each other. We don't love each other. Like, no, all he had to say, all he simply had to say is, I have strong feelings for her. And that's it. He didn't need to put on the extra. Then what I loved is that Michael Blackston and he walked in when Ronnie DeVoe, Shamari, Claudia, and KJ were talking, and they were talking about him. And Claudia and KJ wanted to know, like, who do y'all think's gonna last, or who do you think is worse off? And they said Blackston and Rada. And I think I agree. Because here it is, Michael Blackston was asked, if you had a choice, would you choose to be with Rada or my eye is itching? Would you choose to be with Rada or would you keep your freedom and, have your women? And he was like, my women. I was like, what? Did this man just, and he did. So that lets you know, Rada, that he doesn't think you mean that much to him, obviously. And that's because she thinks she can change it, and you cannot change anybody. And you know what? You just can't change a man. You can't change a woman. You just can't change people. People have to change on their own. And that's really what a lot of what I saw in this episode. I also, my heart hurt for Jess because I think she just wants to be loved. And she's accepting to whatever because she wants to be loved. And there's so many people out there that just want to be loved and they accept whatever. And for me, I just, I hurt for women like that because I'm in a different place where when love comes, I'm going to be happy about it. I'm in a place when love finds me, I'm going to be excited. But I'm not in a place where I'm going to accept you treating me however the heck you want to treat me. You don't have to scream to the from the rooftops that you don't love me. You don't have to scream from the rooftops that you hate me. Like none of that. But we have to stop settling. Men and women, don't settle for just anything. I love you too, Farmer Frenchie. Oh, so I love you. I absolutely love you. You just don't know. Um, but yeah, let's just stop settling. And this couples retreat, I'm telling y'all, if you're not watching it on VH1, you are missing out. Um, as I said, several of the couples, like Rada and Michael Blackston, I would never tell my mate he could have one person, what is it, a month. I would never tell my mate that. That's first. Second, the other couple, Nick needs to allow her to go to school. I would never hold anybody from furthering their education or being the great thing they could be. I have to go to bed soon, but let's catch up soon. Love you. Love you too. DM me. DM me, please. But love you too. Um, Legit, just oh my gosh. Crazy. So y'all gotta watch Couples Retreat because it gives me life, right? And I'm gonna be back in a week when the show comes on again with no technical difficulties and killing it. We're gonna have another friendly conversation because I literally love that show. It is a good show. Honestly, it's a really, really good show. But it also show some of you what not to deal with in your relationship, and that being too honest is not a thing. And I wish they would stop saying that. Be honest. It's just how you deliver your honesty. It's what matters. Communication is amazing. It's good. I said that this morning in a meeting, that communication is great. It's just the way you deliver the communication that makes the difference. It's the way you communicate with people, the words that you use that make a difference. So use your words for good, not for harm, right? And I think, let me say something to those people who were commenting earlier, and I know who those little people were. Okay. So you think I don't know who you are? It's fine. But God loves you. And there's nothing nobody can say, right? To get me. Words don't really get me like that. Because they're just what they are, words. So I don't care about words. Not in that retrospect. But God loves you. And I love you too. There's nothing you can do about it. Yes. So come back, have a friendly conversation with me very, very soon. I've enjoyed you all. Remember to hit the like button. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I got to get my channel back going. I used to have so many people on here. So let's rock and roll together. I will see you, beautiful people, soon. Like it, subscribe it, and share. See you soon. My beautiful people